Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's morning. We made it. Give thanks. Happy Wednesday, everybody. My name is Eris, Eady, and I am here live and direct with Fresh So CLE, live for my Facebook friends. It's going to be a few minutes post for my other folks joining me on YouTube and other places. I'm so glad that y'all have decided to join me once again this morning for your Wednesday update. And so because it's Wednesday, y'all know what time it is. It is Wave Check Wednesday. Here I am at week 2. Let's pray for these brush waves. Let's see what we got popping. Wave check. They coming, y'all. I don't know if you can see it because the light is not that great. Oh, I didn't even give y'all no good light today. I apologize. If y'all can see how I try to light this thing, y'all see my lamp? And it's attached to a stand. That's because I'm still working on getting this right. It's a process. Can you see my waves? Oh, you can see them a little bit. There you go. We'll leave this light off for today. But there you have it. So we're going to go ahead and get right into some of the national headlines. We're going to get also into some Cleveland headlines and talk about other couple things. Thank you so much for all of y'all who have joined me so far. So let's start off at the top. Popeyes is out of chicken sandwiches, y'all. I ain't even trying to get one. I pulled up on one Popeyes like last week. And, yeah, they didn't even have the sandwiches yet. So they didn't have the sandwiches yet, and now the sandwiches are gone. You know, I'm a little bit tired of not y'all, but folks who are consistently feeling some type of way about black folks enjoying a good meal for an affordable price. You know, let's not act like food access is not real. Let's not act like sometimes we won't what we want. And so, yeah, let people eat their chicken sandwiches in peace. No one trips when we are standing in line for iPhones. I stood in line for an iPhone. I've stood in line for Jordans. I've stood in line for concerts. I've stood in line for roller coasters. And so, stay in whatever line that's going to bring you joy. And I'm just going to leave that at that. Next update we have the Amazon is very much on fire. President Bolsolaro, the president of Brazil, he doesn't want the $22 million that the G7, the group of 7, has to offer. So apparently the group of 7 are all these countries who have like hella money or something like that. I wish they would just go ahead and handle my student loans while you're handling all these world crises. Tackle these loans though. You know, we know the impact on the ecosystem is going to be grave. You know, when they're cutting down forestation that is so old and so developed as the rainforest is, the carbon emissions are incredibly high and things like that. And also, you know, the global impacts of this really, you know, we're all complicit in it because we all engage in capitalism, whether we want to or not. And so I'm pretty sure that the things that are going on there are, you know, laying groundwork so they can, like, I don't know, feed cattle or something like that. So please continue to check in on what's happening in Amazon and figure out ways that on a micro level, on an individual level, we can help and support that. But, you know, fires are going and burning more persistently everywhere. You know, this is fire season, this is hurricane season, this is when all of those things begin to start to get real at the end of August into September and into October. And so, you know, these are things that we have to consider over and over again. This is, from what I've read, this is the worst burning forest fire type year that we've had in a decade. So that really upsets me. Next we have the Democratic Party is about to trim its candidates. Apparently people are feeling some type of way about the party intervening in such an early state. You know, if we flip back to the last election when we elected the 45th president, I always find a way to talk about his. So, you know, there were a lot of people in the running when that was going on. And so they're going to trim that down. We'll see what it looks like. You know, and also a lot of people are asking, does Elizabeth Warren have the chops to beat Trump? I honestly don't know what can beat somebody who continues to to literally function as a cockroach. Now, I'm not even saying cockroach as a derogatory way, but just the resilience of a cockroach to outlast all these things. How he has managed to duck and dodge all of this is beyond me. Typically, when it comes to organizations, when things have fallen apart, they bring in either a person of color or a woman to try to fix all the issues. So we just don't know if that's going to happen in this election or it's going to happen thanks to the 22nd Amendment. I'm so glad. Whew, aren't y'all glad the 22nd Amendment is a thing? I know I am. I know I felt some type of way about it when Obama was president, but now I get it. I get it for sure. And so moving over to the Cleveland headlines, I'm going to try to do this pretty quickly. So I told y'all last week, I told y'all on Monday that there was some stuff popping in East Cleveland. So I'm going to read this verbatim. So 2 women have petitioned a judge to issue arrest warrants charging dozens of East Cleveland police officers, including the police city chief, saying that they did not have the necessary training to keep their state certifications in recent years. And so this was on Cleveland.com. He reported that Mariah Crenshaw, who's one of my Facebook friends, and Ivey Willis argued in a courtroom this week that nearly 40 of the city's police officers were not authorized to perform their duties or carry weapons during periods of noncompliance. This is very, very real, and I'm so grateful that we have folks like Miss Mariah Crenshaw and Ivey Willis who are going to hold these cities accountable to their actions. And so I'm going to continue to watch that. I'm going to try to have some conversations with Mariah, so if she's watching this, or if y'all could tag her in this below, let her know that I want to have some conversations. I want to hear more about this as a person who lives close to East Cleveland, who believes in the power of East Cleveland. I believe that it can really rise from the ashes that it's in. There are wonderful people who work and live in East Cleveland right now, and they deserve a police force that knows how to protect them, 1, and 2, continues to have the proper compliance to be able to do their work. So that's that. Also moving along in Cleveland. So Cleveland proposed gun technology to make this a silent city safer. I don't really know what it means, but basically, Cleveland was granted $250,000 from the Cleveland Police Foundation, and the city will soon begin to test smart audio equipment that is capable of detecting gunshots. The technology is advertised as surveillance systems that allow police to almost instantly and precisely pinpoint locations where shots were fired. Yeah, this seems good in theory, but you know who this is going to impact the most. I'm not feeling this at all. 1, because of just surveillance issues in general. Like, y'all are already listening to me. Like, I said yesterday that I needed to work on stretching, and then all of a sudden my phone was advertising stretching videos. I need my student loans to be paid. I'm sorry, I'm talking into my phone. I need my student loans to be paid completely in full without me having to come out of my pocket. Can you make that happen, Instagram and Facebook? Thanks. So we know that they're listening to our stuff, right? As is. And we know that laws like this, even though they seem good in theory, and they always find some type of legislator who's going to champion them on the city level and maybe even the state level, my mind often goes to Timothy and Melissa Williams, who was shot by Cleveland Police Department on January 26, 2016. So, you know, they were shot because their car backfired, and then they engaged in a chase which resulted in their death. You know what I'm saying? In East Cleveland, no less. And so with situations like that on the books, you really have to think about the impact. Everybody knows somebody that drive a Who-Ride in Cleveland. Everybody knows somebody who got a car that backfires. You know, I live all the fireworks. People pop fireworks all year round here. You know, like, so how can you really tell? And I understand that, you know, some of us grew up in the hood, and, you know, some of us can listen to gunshots and know exactly what type of gun is being used and all of that. But the real issue comes down to why people don't feel comfortable calling the police when gunshots go off. So I'm just going to leave it at that because I will sit on that tangent forever. So we're going to move over to fall TV, a little bit of a lighter note. So first and foremost, I'm still grieving Scandal, to be honest. You know, like every fall I get excited about Scandal. But there are some shows that are coming up this fall. Mixed-ish is coming up. I don't even know if I said that right. But a spinoff from the Blackish show, really focusing on how Rainbow was brought up. So I'm excited to see that. Also, Forrest Whitaker is doing a show or a movie, I'm not sure, it's on Epix, called Godfather of Harlem, where he's talking about, where he's playing Bumpy Johnson, the gangster. And so, and I guess, yeah, this talks about the story about how he was trying and was determined to free from his operations dominated by the Italian mob after he returned from prison. So be on the lookout for that. Also, shout out to my Wu-Tang Forever folks. On September 4th, Wu-Tang and the American Saga is coming to Hulu. It's a 10-episode limited series. I'm going to read it exactly verbatim because I know I got some Wu fans in the building. This 10-episode limited series unfolds as a taut, suspenseful take on the formation of the legacy rap group Wu-Tang Clan as the members choose music over a life of competing in drug gangs in New York during the 90s crack epidemic. One reason is so dramatic. The story is fictionalized for maximum effect. Viewers see the RZA, aka Bobby Diggs, played by Moonlight's Ashton Sanders, inspired by the murder of a friend, gathering compatriots like Method Man, ODB, GZA, Ghostface into a group that stacks beats instead of bodies, revolutionizing the rap world and the progress. So that's coming. I'm excited to see it. So last couple things. You know, it's Wednesday, it's hump day. I think it's an opportunity for all of us to think about how we can get over this hump. You know, a lot of us are living and existing in fear, mostly because we are afraid to just step into our fullness and step into our purpose. And so if I could just give you a word while giving myself a word is don't let fear bind you. And fear manifests as so many different things. You know, for me, fear manifests as procrastination, which is a symptom of perfectionism. Oftentimes I sit on a lot of things because I am just literally afraid of what could come from that. And none of us deserve to have our shine be dimmed because of something as trivial as fear. And so I'm encouraging you all today, while I'm encouraging myself today, to step outside of fear and step into your purpose, step into your passion. And that doesn't mean like go start that business exactly today. Maybe it means start brainstorming about what you want it to look like. Maybe it means getting up and stretching for 5 minutes before you get your day started. Maybe it means, you know, having an accountability partner, whatever that may be. So, yeah, let's get over that hump. Can we get over the hump of fear? All right, y'all. So it's 13 minutes in. I went a little bit longer than what I wanted to, but this seems to be about the time. So on Friday, of course, we're coming back with First World Friday. And then also on Friday, I'm hoping to be able to talk to one of my childhood friends from middle school and high school. His name is Gabriel Angelo Ajayi. He's doing some great work. Just really trying to get people motivated in the world. And he lives 6 hours a time zone change across the water. And so hopefully I'll be talking to him on Friday. We're going to talk about relationships and dating just from some posts we've been seeing and talking about. So look forward to that. I love y'all. I hope y'all are having a great Friday. I'm so happy that you're here with me. This is Eris is So Fresh So CLE, and I'll see y'all later. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning in to So Fresh So CLE. Once again, I'm your host, Eris Eady. I hope that you've enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment because I can't do this without you. Peace. Vinay Media, connecting the dots.